In order for me to mentally and physically get my mind right and my body right, I needed a plan to go to trial. My son is a graduate of University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia, smart kid. We sat down in our home in December of 2008. I had not been indicted yet, but it looked like if you're in a criminal complaint, Rob, you're going to get indicted. I sat down with him and I said, Alex, I need a plan. This is an unknown. I'm used to having control in my life. I'm a business guy, military guy, have plans, execute, double check, just a semi-thorough guy. My son would say anal, but that's not true. I'm not. There's a lot more flexibility in me. But I said, I need a plan, and it's got to be real simple. So we came up with 5 points that I would follow every single day to give me a sense of control back into my life, because when you get in this criminal justice system, you lose total control of your life. A life that I had a pretty good grip on and was having a pretty good life up to that point, I completely surrendered it to the criminal justice system. And so I knew in order to get through it, I needed to have something that focused me every day. And so these 5 points I iterate them in the book, and he wrote it out in pencil or in pen on a piece of paper front and back that I have framed in my office, in my study. Because that document is what gave me control back in my life as much as I could get it, because what it told me was, number one, you got to deal with the case. Of course, I knew that, but I focused every day dealing with my lawyers, going through discovery. The other one was my business. I had to pay for my lawyers. It ended up costing me almost $1 million to defend myself, and I wasn't guilty. We got rid of all our retirement funds. We mortgaged our home, and we were facing a second trial potentially because our jury was hung, and we were getting ready after the hearing to go back and sell our home because we couldn't afford it any longer and had to sell other assets for a second trial. There was no second trial, and I'll explain that in a minute. But we are going, for me, to focus every day on my plan. So it was my case, business, my mind, my psyche, and my body. I ate right. I completely changed my diet. Right after my brother was arrested, I lost 10 pounds like that. I couldn't eat. Again, I thought I was having angina. There were just physical issues that I'd never had before because of the stress that was on me, feeling for my brother at that time, and for me not knowing what was coming. So, got my act together, met with my doctor, told him what happened. He did a physical. You're fine. Everything's fine. You're just dealing with stress. And what you're doing in terms of working out, running, eating right, that's all going to help you. But I couldn't sleep. I would go to sleep. I'd wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, all kinds of crazy things going through my head, and I couldn't go back to sleep. And so he did prescribe for me a very low-dose sleep aid that helped me get through a night to face another day. I mean, I'm not trying to over-dramatize this, but that was a trauma for me and my family to go through that I'm proud to share, because there is a formula here that worked for me. It might work for other people, which is why I like to talk about it.